Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project Podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. Yo, what's up? Today is Friday, December 12th, 2025. It's 10:06 p.m. as I record this. Another late one. In some ways, I think recording at the very end of the day is great because then I can recap the day. And then I feel like not much is lost in that regard. But if I start the day off with the show, haven't done anything yet. So what do I talk about? Do I talk about the previous day? I talk about what I'm going to do. So I don't know. In some ways, I feel like recording a show at the end of the night is the best time to do it as far as capturing everything. But whatever. I don't know. So, all right. As far as work goes, the app is coming together nicely. I would say that I'm in the nitty-gritty phase of things right now. So the frameworks and making sure all the big main features are there. That part is done, I would say. And then just ensuring that everything works. That's what I'm working on right now. And it's tricky because oh, what's up, babe? Recording a show, babes. And we're back. So just re-listen to what I was saying. I am going through making sure everything works, but it's tricky because some of the things that I have to test require 2 accounts, and I'm using my computer to simulate one account and then actually having it on my phone to simulate another. Maybe there's a more efficient way to do this. There most definitely is that I don't know about, but it's just pain in the ass because when I edit something in the code or I change something or I update something, I have to build it. When I say build it, I mean I just have to press Command B. It builds the file, whatever, it takes 5 seconds. And then it'll say good to go, and then I have to run it. And then when I run it, it resets the app, opens it up on my computer, and then I can see it. So that whole process takes 15 seconds. And then I have to switch the simulators, so then it opens up on my phone. And on my phone, it is laggy as shit. It's slow as hell. It's not a pleasant experience because I don't know why the reason is, but I looked it up, and that is very normal for it to be very shitty on your phone. So as long as it's not that way in when it's out on the market, then we're good. But yeah, so I have to do all that. So it's about a minute. I mean, it sounds short as shit. Just 1 minute, who cares? But it's 1 minute roughly before I can then test out whatever I needed to test out or whatever I needed to see what would happen if certain things do or don't occur and things like that. And I have to do that a lot. And maybe I need to look into a faster way, but yeah, it's fine. It's just tedious as shit. So I actually closed out of it. I was gonna just not open it and not be distracted with this, but let's just open it up. So it's cool. There's a lot of stuff in here. I changed it up a little bit. So previously what I had was 5 menu items at the bottom of the screen. And, that's like your home page and your search bar and your notifications and your DMs, things like that. And what I replaced it with is just what they call a hamburger, which is the 3 lines. You click it and then it opens up the menu of things to click on. So I did that. And now it opens up from the bottom right-hand side because that's where your thumb is. And if you're left-handed, it's still going to be down there. So you open up the app. And there's no home screen. There's no default landing page. So I'm not sure what I'll do there. I have ideas of allowing the user to select their homepage, or I could make a homepage, a custom dashboard for that. I think it'd be pretty simple. But anyway, so you click on it, and then there's all these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 9 different pages you can go to. So you can go to Blades, which is all the pre-configured, we'll call them programs. Then you have tasks, and that has all of your tasks that you need to do for the day. I think this arguably should be the homepage because it's your tasks. That's what you need to do, but I don't know. And then you have challenges, which is something I just came up with on the fly. And it's just another thing that I can throw in here because I don't know if you guys listened to the Allegiant Excellence show that I had. I think technically it's still up on Spotify. But I would throw in a weekly challenge, and I tried my best to do it every time, every Sunday, and I actually liked that. I think it was fun. It was a nice little thing to throw in there. So it was a weekly challenge. So I'm going to continue that. And it's optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but the buttons, they're not, do it or don't do it. It's commit, and then if you fail the commitment, then, it's kind of the verbiage and kind of what I'm going for. Because, for example, when you commit to one blade, you sign a whole contract, you initial here, initial there, and as soon as that happens, you're unable to ever do another blade again as long as you don't finish the current blade that you're on. Now, of course, I need to figure out some ways or think of reasons why someone would need to change it up. Maybe they chose something that was too hard for them. I don't know. That's not a very user-friendly thing, but that's not the point. It's not to be user-friendly and what's the word? To cater to that mindset. It's supposed to be, okay, I made a commitment. I have to finish it. If I don't, then I guess I'm fucked. That's kind of the idea. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So with these, there's a daily challenge, which is going to just update daily. And I'll have to figure out a way to always have a daily challenge for the day. So people can go in there, click commit, and then it goes onto their tasks. Then they can complete that and get awarded a medal, get a streak going for the challenges, have that, share it to social media, whatever, just to say that they did it, And it could be something that somebody is already doing for a task. So it could be drink a gallon of water. So for me, I'm probably going to always do that. I'm going to try my best to always do that. And so that wouldn't be, quote, a challenge for me, but I could still commit to it and complete it because, I'm drinking a gallon. That's a challenge. Why not get some points, whatever. And then there's a weekly challenge. So it could be do 1,000 push-ups. And that was one that I did, I believe. And it was tricky because that means I had to do 133, I believe. 140, I don't know, 153, 163. I don't know how many it was. Push-ups per day. And if you don't space them out, it's kind of shitty to have to do almost 200 push-ups a night, What the fuck just happened? Are you sure you want to close the Project Habit Tracker? No, I don't. I didn't say I was going to. There's been some weird shit going on my computer lately. I ran a antivirus scan, and it says my computer is completely safe. You are safe. We're looking out for your device and data. Yeah, my shit is good, so I don't know. No. Maybe I just need to restart my computer. I don't know, some weird fuck shit's going on. Earlier I couldn't even pause YouTube because it just wouldn't even let me pause. I had to double click, then it would go full screen. So it was registering that my mouse was clicking, but I couldn't. That was weird. But anyway, and then there's the monthly challenge, which might be read an entire book. So in these examples, I have monthly challenge, read the book, Think and Grow Rich. And you have a full month to do it. So you get those, maybe you get an extra medal, you get more clout, more whatever you want to call it. Just something that you can commit to doing, and you get to, I guess, say that you did it. So the type of people that are going to be using this are my kind of people. So in some ways, I think this is almost a genius idea because the only people that will be using this long term are the kind of people that I would really want to associate with as far as business goes, and I guess for long term friendships, networking, or whatever. And that's nothing against anybody who doesn't want to. I mean, that sounds so silly. It's nothing against anybody who doesn't want to use this app or live a lifestyle like this, but it's just the drive that someone has to have to want to be better and do these things and challenge themselves. That's the kind of crowd I think I jive with the most, and I just know so few of those people in real life. So anyway, that sounds arrogant as fuck, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm just gonna leave this be. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to make it nice later. But I do need to put this out on the App Store for sure. Start making posts and videos about it, because that's how I'm gonna get feedback. That's how I'm gonna improve things. And yeah. So I'm just going to leave everything be how I have now and just make sure that everything works. I mean, to the best of my ability. And then set up some basic achievements and medals and things like that, and then go from there. So that's what I'm going to do. We have messages and DMs and notifications and things like that set up, which is pretty cool. We have a whole Q&A. We have a request help or a feedback form where you click it and you can fill out a little message, first name, last name, username, email, what's your message. Whole bunch of Q&A, like I said. We have the social media, so you can make a post, you can search up users, you can like posts, you can follow people, you can see what other people's tasks are, which is what I actually have to build. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And then we have the messages, so you can see who you're messaging, the DMs, blah, blah, blah. And it's actually instant, which is cool. And then we have the stats, which I could think of a million ways to improve this, but we're going to leave it here for now. We'll get the feedback on everything later. And I'll just make sure that the current ones work. So we have the grid, which is a little calendar. We have the totals, which is the how many times you completed a task out of how many times you failed. You have the score, what's the percentage that you've completed. And we have the records. And the records has so much shit in here. So yeah, I can see stuff right here that's just not correct. It says blades, or, oh wait, that is correct. Task completed in, well, I'm actually really curious. So all of these were started today. So there's no failures. Okay, so never mind. Interesting. Okay, well anyway, so that's stats. And then we have challenges. That's what I just talked about. I think I could improve that a little bit. Maybe do past challenges or something like that. And maybe put them in an archive so somebody could go through and complete them. Complete the archives and get a medal that way. You can do as many as they want. I don't know, something like that. And then we have tasks, which is the bread and butter of all of this. You know, we have all the tasks, the display settings, everything like that. Working on this. It's going to take some ironing out for sure. Everything works with this specific interface. I think everything works, I would say 99%. Everything's great. But there's just a few little things that really just don't work. And it's very frustrating. So, anyway, then we have the blades. And the blades is, I guess that's the bread and butter. That's the name of the whole shit. Yeah, you click on a blade, see if you want to do it, and then you go through, blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of the idea. And you commit to it, you complete it. And then, yeah, I think a good selling point maybe for this is that it's got the team feature, because out of the handful of people who have messaged me about this saying that they're interested in the app and they want to help test and they like this and they want to help support or whatever, they have mentioned, almost all of them, that the team thing, where if one person fails, you both fail, they've said that that's very cool. Haven't seen any apps that do that. Whether or not that's true or not, that's funny. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but I like the idea a lot. I'm glad I came up with it. So yeah, then they have the competition mode and whatever else. These tasks are public, so there's the accountability factor there. So I could go on to, so if Bob Smith has an account and he's doing some shit, I could go onto his account and see the tasks that he's doing. I could see his streaks. I can see how many fails he has. I can see how many wins he has. I can see his current blade, what day he's on. I can stuff like that. And I would love to, in the future, make some leaderboards, make some ranks, some groups, some leagues, whatever you want to call it, and put like-minded people, or not like-minded, put people who are kind of on a similar level with one another. So people who have certain scores, averages, or people who are doing a lot of physical activity, or a lot of people who are doing a lot of, well, I don't know, things with focus, a lot of people who are doing, all the people that are doing something with work or tracking, I'm not sure, sales, or they're doing marketing, I don't know, because the idea is this is for everything, and I do need to come up with some requirements for a blade, meaning every single one must consist of XYZ with little categories for the tasks or something like that, little tags. Because the whole idea behind the word blade is what I came up with almost a year ago, which was, I think it was build, lead, hold yourself accountable, remain disciplined, and pursue excellence. So it's an acronym for BLADE. I think I boffed that up. It was just sharpen your ability to build and believe, lead, and learn, act fast and hold yourself accountable, discipline, and I don't know, and then execution and excellence. I can't remember. But I was trying to think of ways that I could give a tag to each task name. So for B, I could do body. So that would be all things physical. For A, I don't know, I could do accountability and make it so that all tasks must be public view. I don't know. L could be leading or learning. It could be learning. So any kind of, a blade has to have something where you're learning something. I don't know. I just feel like that almost makes it too complex. I think what I need to do is add categories that the user chooses. So physical, educational, emotional, business, things like that. So when they make a task, they give it a little tag, and then they can see stats of those tasks and how they stack up with other areas. And then that could be different medals and challenges of themselves, because somebody could come in here and they could do nothing physical, nothing nutrition whatsoever, and just do a whole bunch of studying or whatever, and that would count, I guess. But I mean, whatever. What if it makes you better and it helps you grow and you get a lot better at what you're doing, then hell yeah, I guess. But I don't know. Just trying to think that through. But anyway, so yeah, I kind of just went through the app a little bit, and that's pretty much all we have right now. And I'm really pumped about this. It's coming together very nicely. There's a lot of things that I don't like about it, but I just have to go through it and change and edit things. But I think the most important thing right now is everything that I have now, just making sure it works, and then getting on the App Store. I think that's going to be the focus right now. And I think I have to spend $100 to get an App Store, an Apple developer account for a year. And then after that, I think I can post my shit on the store. I think I need to get a whole terms of service and terms of agreement and the whole money processing thing. I got to set up all that shit. Apple takes 30%, I believe, your first however long inside of the App Store. I don't know what it is. But yeah. So I just got to figure all that out, and we'll go from there. If it's $20 a month, which I think is just so fucking cheap for something like this, just the structure and the achievements and the challenges and doing things with your buddies and being able to track and see all the stats. I mean, I think that's, I don't know, for me, this is something that I would pay for, no doubt. This type of shit I love. Everything top to bottom with all of this, I fuck with very heavily. So I would pay this, no problem. Now, I know there's not a lot of Brysons out there, but I have to believe that there's some people who care a little bit about some of the stuff here. So it was $20 a month, and we get I don't know, 20 people, that's pretty cool because that's $400. If Apple takes 30%, then I'm left with $280. But shit, you know, it's just a little bit extra. That could pay for all the date nights or something like that. You know what I mean? So, but again, the idea isn't. So I want to be clear. I want to make money for sure, but I don't think the focus is money here. I think the focus is just getting people on here and then creating a culture of this type of lifestyle. You know, because I can see. I just had an idea. I got to write it down. So I'm going to add a coming soon tab. Coming soon page request features, leave feedback, ask questions. Yeah, I need a whole page for that to explain the vision / vision. Yeah, there we go. We'll make a whole new page for that. That's cool. Glad I thought of that. But yeah, so that's kind of everything right now. Hold on, I'm gonna write this down. Smaller containers for hamburger. You just need to make the containers for the hamburger menu smaller. Couldn't figure out what the fuck was off about this, but that's what it is. They're just too tall. All right, well, I think that's everything then. So I'm not sure there's anything else I want to talk about, so I'm going to end the show there. Thank you guys for listening, and I will talk to you later. Peace out.